The modern-day Church of Rudnia has been built in 1910, according to a project of the architect Anton Filipowicz-Dubownik. The construction was initiated by the priest Stanislovas Micevičius. Until early 20th century, Rudnia and the surrounding villages belonged to Nacha parish and did not have a church of its own. When Nacha built a new brick church, the residents of Rudnia bought the old wooden church and brought it back to Rudnia. The logs of the church were marked and transported by the locals using horse-drawn carriages. The construction was completed in November of 1910, but the reconstructed church was different than it was in Nacha. Thus, a new parish of Rudnia was established. During the years of Polish occupation, Lithuanian activity in this parish was prosecuted. As of 1927, Lithuanian singing at the church was allowed only every other Sunday. Some encounters between the congregation and the Polish authorities sometimes even ended in blood. In 2014, the church was restored. It had been renovated only once before. In 1962 to 1970, when the parson Narkunas, working there, painted it himself. The Historicist Church of Rudnia is rectangular, has two belfries, a single nave with an entryway, a multi-sided apse, a sacristy on the side facade, and a sacristy chapel on the other. The front facade is framed by two double-section square wooden frame belfries, decorated with small triangular pediments. A similar, but significantly smaller single-section turret is rising above the presbytery. All belfries and the triangular pediment of the front facade are finished with ornamented crosses. The front facade is horizontally divided into two sections by a profiled cornice with a canopy. The building is surrounded by wooden profiled eave cornices, while the doors and windows are framed by wooden profiled edgings. The windows of the church feature arched shapes, characteristic to Neo-Gothic style. The first section of the front facade is decorated with round windows, while the windows of the sacristies are rectangular. The vaults of the church are covered with wooden profiled panels. The great altar of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Eternal Protector, has a tabernacle and is decorated with a statue Agnus Dei, 6 sculptures, and 3 paintings. The first section of the altar features a painting of Our Lady of the Snows, with 2 crowns and coatings. The second, a painting of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Eternal Savior, with 2 crowns. The left side altar of the crucifix features the statues of the Crucifix, Saint Casimir, Saint John Nepomuk, and the painting of the apostles Saint Simon and Saint Judas Thaddeus, while the right side of the altar of Saint Francis of Assisi features 2 sculptures and a painting of the Pardon of Saint Francis of Assisi in the first section and a painting of Saint Roche in the second.